So good morning everyone, it is Mitchell aka the Walker in Orlando, and welcome back to Port of Miami. The saddest day you could have on a cruise. Being back at the port that you disembarked from, or embarked from. Now we are back, and today is Debarkation Day. Not ready to get off this ship yet. It has been a very interesting morning because I've watched, I was up at 4 a.m. when we were docking. Came in, they spun us around, came to our dock, parked us, but there are multiple ships around us this morning. So there is the Symphony of the Sea, one of the largest, at the time when it was debuted, the largest cruise ship in the world. Directly in front of us is the Norwegian Prima, which is funny because we were docked next to them at Cozumel 2 days ago, and they actually passed us at one point during our trip back. This morning I think that's the Oceana. She's actually coming back from a 25-day cruise, which is insane. And then I think behind us there's a Carnival, but you can't quite see it. So very active this morning. I didn't even know this until later on that this port is the busiest port in the world. So Port of Miami is the busiest port. So you can see why though. I mean, literally just this morning you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. I think all 5 of these ships are leaving again today too as well. So on Debarkation Day from a Disney cruise, you do have a set breakfast time that you can go eat at. However though, because we had main dining, and probably gonna be the only time we ever do main dining on a Disney cruise, we had our breakfast set this morning, but it's for 6:45 this morning. Now I'm telling you what, trying to get Kayla up that early, I mean, because it's 6:42 right now, trying to get Kayla up that early would have been impossible. We were also very tired. We were up to about 10 p.m. last night just trying to get everything settled and everything else. So instead, we're just going to go eat at Cabanas. They said it's more like continental. It's not really a main breakfast because they do have to get ready for the next cruise, which literally leaves today, which is sad because that means someone's going to be in a room today. Sad. So, I also wanted to give you guys kind of heads up. How does tipping work on the cruise? I know I'll probably talk about it more later, but if you do prepaid gratuities, which I would highly recommend doing, because you just pay it up front and you're done with it. You don't have to worry about it the rest of the time. You'll get a green sheet of paper, and what you do is you don't really have to do anything. You can present it to your servers, your stateroom hosts, and stuff like that, or you can just leave it and they will get it at the end of the day. It's kind of a nice thing. We actually wrote thank you notes to our servers and to our stateroom host, Kirk. So if you guys are on the Dream and you end up getting Kirk as your stateroom host, amazing guy. If you get Gustavo and Gabriella for your waiters for your dining, fantastic. Let them know that Mitchell said hi. Make sure you said Mitchell, Paula, Lindsay, and Kayla all said hi. They'll be super happy to hear about that. So that is kind of how that works. The other thing is that last time we were on a Disney cruise, we ended up doing express walk-off with our luggage, which just means that we just took our luggage with us to breakfast. This time around, we sent 2 of our luggage down because me and Kayla had 3 bags. And I'm kind of telling you, having 3 bags is kind of nice, but also a downside because having 3 bags means more space, but it means more bags to carry on. Because like at the cruise terminal, we handed it off to them. It was in our room. Today, if we walked off, we would have to walk off with 3 different ones. So, very nice to have that feature as well. So, Cabanas, like I said, is open. Continental breakfast. I think Cove Cafe was open, but it does not show on our navigator app. But we're also back in port, so I have completely reconnected back to the world. And I don't want to. Just want to jump back, just be right back on it. Off we go again. So, it's actually not the Oceana. This is a Seabourn Sojourn cruise liner, but you can see how much smaller they actually are. This is about the size, I want to say, of the Disney Magic. Maybe a little bigger. I think the Magic has more floors and it's more consistent across. But it's really interesting because I've sat out here and I watched, when I first woke up, I came out here, watched Just Finished Docking, then I watched Carnival come in. I wanted to stay out to see Norwegia, but I wanted a little bit of more of a nap because we have to make a 3-hour drive back to Orlando this morning. So yeah, see, if I'd been up early enough to see us dock, I could have gotten a really great view of Symphony of the Sea one of the largest cruise ships in the world. So I thought I saw it was going to be Oasis, but it's actually Symphony of the Sea. Alright, one last look from our balcony, our veranda. Like I said, if you're room 7096, so is your room. One last look. We're currently doing the last walk around of everything because don't want to forget a single thing because we will never see it again. Well, Cabanas for breakfast. Instead of having our 6:45 a.m. breakfast, we decided to come up for Cabanas. Now, it is very busy, but we had to bring everything with us because we're not allowed to have anything with us, so I don't want a whole lot to eat because I'm hungry but not super hungry, but it's also very busy. They also said continental breakfast, so I thought it would be just like donuts and like stuff like that, but it's actually like mostly real food. Well, I'll tell you what, it is very interesting to watch the amount of people coming and going in a very hustly, bustly Port of Miami. So just finished up with our last breakfast, the last food we're gonna eat on the cruise until we do the next one. Like I said, pretty sure we won't be too long before we're on our next one anyways, so. But, don't know what will be on the Dream next. I think the next one we'll go on will probably be the Fantasy or the Magic, because Magic's coming back to Miami. Well, there's Vanellope's all closed up. Looks like they got all the stuff ready for the next one. Cabanas has officially closed down. It's less busy in here than it was because they stopped serving food at 8:30. They stopped announcing people getting off the ship, so looks like it's time to get off the ship. One last look at the pool deck. Oh, see, look, they're getting ready for their sailaway show for today's cruise. They got both of the pool's covered, all the stuff is racked up, they got the hot tubs covered, the Aqua Mouse is just doing some testing and stuff, but man, I still think I like the Magic more, but I'm not saying anything negative about the Dream. I think this was still just as good in my opinion. Oh look, they're working on the aqueduct sign. I do like the fact that the second that we dock anywhere, I saw people spring into action working on these ships to keep them in tip-top shape. Well, this is definitely a lot different than the last time we took a cruise because this ended up being, last time we got off at 9 a.m. we were able to walk right off the cruise. This time around they only have 5 of the groups going off. Now a lot of it is all depending on the customs control, the bags, and everything else. So it all depends. And with that, we are off the Disney Dream from our 5-night cruise. It took a while, so the way they do it is they have you have a boarding luggage tag to come off that they use to organize your luggage if you put it out like we did. And that's how they keep you in line of what you're supposed to do. So like you have, like we were green Tinkerbell, and they have four or five other groups in front of us with it, so. But we'll definitely be back, for sure. This is by far my favorite way to vacation. 5 days. Still doesn't feel like enough. But man, was it a long time. And now they're slowly filling up for the next one. And they're also cleaning, so the detail they put into these ships of keeping them maintained is amazing. Alright, so after a 3 hour 45-minute drive from Miami, we officially made it back to home in Orlando. Pretty much, dogs are good, everything else. All of our luggage came out, and I kind of want to tell you like how they do it with getting on the ship. And I was going to show you guys a little bit of it, and I completely blanked because I was dead tired. And so what they do is the night before, they give you a luggage tag based on a color and a character. Now what this means is because what you can do is you can leave your luggage out the night before, but you have to put it out before 10:30, and then it'll be taken off the ship for you so you don't have to carry it. You can also do express luggage or express like checkout, so essentially you don't have to worry about like having to find your luggage afterwards. So you can go as soon as they call your character, you can walk straight off. Anything else. So like we had green Tinkerbell, and so green Tinkerbell didn't get called until the 6th group. We actually didn't get off the ship until almost 9:45. And what they do is they call it saying, the local authorities have cleared the Disney Dream for guests with the green Tinkerbell luggage tag to make their way off the ship at that point. At that point, you scan your key to the world for the final time, essentially as you saw, and you walk up the gangplank for the last time. And what's funny was we got off at about 10 o'clock. The first set of guests were already starting to arrive for the cruise for the Dream, because it immediately turns around and leaves tonight. Actually, I think it's already left for the night. Let's see, what time is it? Yep, it looks like it has left for the night. So the Dream has been turned around and is already on its way out. Once you get off the ship though, and you're in customs, I'll tell you right now, it's just a big empty warehouse. They have the luggage tag characters up and all your luggage right there. And so then you go straight to the luggage, and you find it, you take it off. Then you have to go through customs, which will look at your passport, make sure it's you, and then if you have anything to claim, then you can. They're not super strict about claiming things unless it's fruit and stuff. Like I brought back some Mexican vanilla, some chocolates for my family. But then from there you essentially leave, and then if you're looking for the DCL transportation, it is immediately in the front section right there, and that's where you check in, and that runs all the way up till 9:30 or when the last guests are off the ship. So it will continuously run, and if you're doing the DCL transfer, you'll have an earlier time to get off the ship. I was actually surprised by how many people were still on the ship when we got off. Like, I knew a couple people on the ship, and they still had not even gotten off yet by the time we did. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've got 2 videos coming up after, actually 3 videos. I have a complete ship tour coming that will be after this video. Actually, no, I'm gonna just kind of sneak that in somewhere. I'm going to do a merchandise haul / fish extender haul video talking about all the merchandise we got, our fish extender, what is fish extenders, and everything else like that. So you can check that out. And then our entire experience of sailing on the Disney cruise. I am really excited to do that video because it's gonna be a new format of video that I've never tried before, and I'm actually really excited to try it out. So luckily I'll be able to edit all these videos so that I can then turn around and tell you guys my experience and our experience and everything else. So with that being said, unfortunately, I'm not saying goodnight to you from a boat on a ship, middle of the ocean. I am currently saying goodnight to you, or goodbye, for this episode from my backyard. So with all that being said, I do head out after a fantastic 5 nights on the Disney Dream on another cruise for the second one this year. We'll see y'all next time.